Hey, welcome to Tabletop Skirmish Games. I'm Lee, and today is a fun day as we get to see the full reveal for the full contents of the new 10th edition 40k box, Leviathan. In this video, you'll see all the brand new models up close. They're fantastic, much better than I thought. I've got to say, the Tyranid models are winning for me, but wait and see what you think, because the Space Marine ones are pretty awesome too. So let's not mess around, we'll dive in and have a look at all the images and some of the videos from today's preview. It was good to see Adam and Eddie hosting the show. They always do a great job, but this is what we want to see. The new box art for Leviathan. It looks really good. We're going to see the Tyranids going up against the Space Marines. Look at the Tyranids first, and here's the video that they showed before we look at the photos and some brand new models. A lot of brand new models for the Tyranids, and they just look brilliant. The detail on these models is fantastic. They've really done a great job, and some of them, especially this one, just look awesome. I can't wait to see them built and on the table. I'm not a Tyranids player. It doesn't really appeal to me, but playing against them is great fun, and I can't wait to see what people are going to do with these when they get them built, painted and on the table. We've already seen a load of miniatures in the reveals and in the videos leading up to this online preview from Warhammer Fest, but there's so much here that we haven't seen yet, so there's a lot to look at. And as you can see, the Tyranid models, they are not messing around with them. There's a load in this box set. It really is dominating it. And when you see the army shots later on, it really is a Tyranid fest. There's a lot more of those than there are Space Marines. So if you're a Tyranid fan, I think you are going to love this box set. And if you're a new player, if you've never played Warhammer 40,000 before, now is the time to start, because getting these box sets when they bring out the new editions, it's the best value. You get the most up-to-date models and rules, and it's really fun. It's going to be a great few months as we just have the rules from the book until all the new codexes come out. And at the end of this video, we'll see a roadmap so you'll know what to expect for the year ahead for 40k too. But that's the video. Let's have a look at the photos now. First up, we've got the Winged Tyranid Prime. We saw this on a preview with the Warhammer community site article very recently, a week ago, so we know a lot about this one already. We also saw Von Ryan's Leapers, perhaps the worst name in the game, but some really fantastic looking models, and they look awesome. 40mm bases, if you're wondering, but look at this, the Psychophage. This is one of the new models that we saw today, and I love how they've done this. It looks a lot different to some of the big creatures you can already get for the Tyranids. I like how they've got the body with that head separate and very insect-like, obviously, and then the mouth is really cool. You can't really see from this angle, but there's so many rows of teeth inside, and we'll see it later on in a better angle when we look at some of the other pictures. This particular character is going to be more deadly against psychic enemies, so look out, Librarian in Terminator armor. Next up, we got Barb Gaunts, more new models. There's going to be 5 of these. Again, these are on 40mm bases, and these are a new style of Gaunt. They're going to be artillery based, and they're more short range suppressive. So they said in the preview, think of them as firing explosive frags, that kind of thing. But they have got bio cannons on their back, and there's some symbiotic relationship going on there. There's 2 separate creatures acting as one. Next, we got some new Gaunts, some more kind of swarm models, which I think just look awesome. These look really good, and these are going to be defending the bigger Synapse creatures. And when they're in range of those bigger Synapse creatures, these are going to be much more powerful. Otherwise, they're blind, leaderless, and not as effective. So you really are using these as bodyguards for some of the bigger monsters, which we'll see now. Here is the Neurotyrant, another new model. The base really stands out for me. I just think it looks awesome, but really good. Look at this huge brain. It's even got 2 extra little brains floating around to give it a bit more firepower in the psychic department. And this is going to be a leader option. So if you didn't want to use your Winged Prime as the leader, you could go for this one. And then it's going to be really tied into this new idea, Shadow of the Warp, which is going to be a board-wide rule for the Tyranids. And yeah, they're going to be flanked by these Neuraloins, I think they said they were called. And check this picture out. They said they took inspiration from this old Zoanthrope, the old model, which looks mad. Looks like it's got dungarees of some kind on, but really funny model. But what a cool picture, just to see how far the hobby's come. It's amazing what they're putting out now. And this new model, this Neurotyrant, is just a fantastic model. But it gets better, and for me, this is probably my favourite from the whole box set. This Screamer Killer just looks so angry, so crazy, an awesome model. And from this picture, you can't get a good idea of really just how big it is. It's huge. It's going to accompany some of the larger models. It's different to a Carnifex, so think that kind of scale, but bigger, and it's going to be a lot more punchy and getting stuck in. When we see the army shot later on in the video coming up soon, you'll get a really good idea of how big this is. And here's the old version of it, which again is really funny. Awesome to see these older models, but wow, they've come so far. Next up, we've got some Ripper Swarms. They're going to be in there as well, the new models. But it's weird because they didn't highlight the Termagants. They didn't show those. So you can see them in the bigger pictures, you can see them in the video, but they didn't highlight them with a slide. So that's a bit odd, but the Ripper Swarms are going to be included definitely. And they did say in the video that you can take the models from each side, Tyranids and Space Marines, and they're going to form a combat patrol that you can play off using the new combat patrol rules when they're out. So that's really good. But you can see in this video that you've got plenty of Termagants. They're all in there. So I'm not sure. I think they're going to be included in the box set. They are featured in the videos. They're in all the army photos, so they must be. It's just odd that they didn't include them with a dedicated slide. But anyway, we have seen them before. They were one of the first models they showed us for the new edition. So if you haven't seen that already, there's a link at the end of this video to find out more about the new Termagants. How cool are those new models? It's going to be so fun to see them on the table. But now we've got to check out the new Space Marines, because just not the Tyranids getting new models, the Space Marines are getting a load of new models as well. And if you think they couldn't bring out any more, you're wrong. There's so many here, so many new models, brand new units, lots to like. My Imperial Fist army is going to get bolstered big time with all these models in here, and I think a lot of them are really going to work well. And also, with the new rules, maybe trying some other chapters using the Imperial Fist. It doesn't matter how you paint them, you can try out different tactics and rules, and that's going to be really fun as well. But check out this brand new Dreadnought, the Ballistas Dreadnought. We've got Sternguard Veterans, another new unit. There's Infernus Squad. There's all sorts going on here. But of course, the Terminators are one of the big draws of this box set. I'm really looking forward to getting those larger scale models and including those in my army. And this guy as well, he looks fantastic. A really cool model. I think the narrative for him is fun. And then a new, different kind of apothecary. This is a biologist, and we'll look at the photo of him up close in a while and talk about how he's going to work within your army. But look at all these Terminators as well. You've got lots of Terminator armor going on with the Librarian and the Captain, and then the Terminator squad themselves. So these are going to be really tough. And yeah, again, I can't wait to get hold of them, get them painted up and get playing with them. And I'm going to go with keep with my yellow Imperial Fist theme, I think, for all of these. Here we go then, let's have a look at the models up close. First up, we've got the Captain in Terminator armour. He's on a big, chunky base, and you can, of course, paint him in any chapter, not just Ultramarines as they've done here. He's going to be armed with a Relic Power Sword and Stormbolter, and you can see he's there squashing down the severed head of a Screamer Killer, so he's done well to kill that for sure. Then we've got a new squad for the Space Marines, the Infernus squad. They're going to be armed with Pyroblasters, and their goal is to clear hordes. Perfect to go up against the Tyranids with, so these are going to be a nice addition. I'll say I'm not a huge fan of Flamers for the Space Marines, especially playing Imperial Fists. So this is probably my least favourite unit out of the whole set. But if you're playing some armies that favour that, I think this is going to be a really nice addition and a great unit to have. These look pretty cool though, don't they? The Sternguard Veterans. They've got all types of relic war gear, combi weapons. The one at the top left has got a Mark 7 helmet. These are elite killers, the First Company veterans. And I'm going to be really looking forward to seeing the rules for these and how they're going to play. There's lots of different weapons going on, so it's going to be really interesting. The idea with these is that the squad should always have some kind of weapon to go up against a different kind of Tyranid. So we'll have to wait and see what those rules are going to bring out. And this is where they mentioned that these are going to be single pose. And that's the norm with these new box sets for new editions and the new games and things. Easy to build. You still need to glue them though. And yeah, don't have to glue, but better to glue them. I really like this next model. It's the Apothecary Biologist. And his role here is to buff a unit rather than heal them. He's got Gravis armor, so look to be attaching him to some Gravis armored troops. Looks awesome. He's got an Absolver bolt pistol, lots of things going on. Really cool looking model. This one I can't wait to add. He's going to fit in so well with my Imperial Fists. Then there's this big guy, the Ballistus Dreadnought, a new type of Dreadnought based on an older version. We'll look at the older picture in a little while, but this is really good. It's long-range shooting, designed to sit at the back and then work with your artillery, maybe protecting them a little bit, but taking out those heavy armoured enemy vehicles, taking out the big monsters. Maybe you're going to be using him to do some damage on the Screamer Killer as you move in your other units to attack. So really nice to get this model updated. Let's have a look at the older version. It's really funny when you put these two together. It just looks really comical. I like the old style ones. I think they're fantastic, but you've got to get one of these big guys into the mix. It's going to be awesome. They didn't show this guy in a slide either, which is weird, but he's definitely included in the set. Loads of character and a great backstory. Really good model. But that's it. That's all the models. And here's the army shot so you can see everything that's going to be included in this box set. There's a huge amount of models here. There's loads of big chunky Tyranids. We've got the Dreadnought. I can't see this from being priced low. It's got to be around, what, do you think, 180? I'm going to say 180 looking at this lot. What do you think? Let me know in the comments section down below. And then after this box set comes out, we'll get to see usually 3 starter sets going out. So it'll be very interesting to see which models they put in each of those. And some of them come with terrain as well. So maybe we'll get some of the terrain you can see here included. We'll have to wait. But yeah, for now, look at all these models. It's a ton. So many models. They've got to be pricing this higher than 130. It's going to be 150 at least. But I'm going to say 180. Talking of new terrain, does this look like a new piece? I can't recognise it from anything. Let me know if you've seen this before. Be cool to know if it's new or not. But of course, we're not just getting these models in the box set. There's other things included, including the book. So let's have a look at the other goodies that are going to be in this new box. And here we've got another video that they showed going through the book. It's a 392-page hardback. It's Warhammer 40k Leviathan book. And now this is going to be the only place to get everything in one book, including the Crusade supplement that you can use for any army. Eventually that's going to be available separately, but for now this is the only place to get it, and certainly getting it all in one book, this is the only way you're going to do that too. But as well as the book, there's also going to be some cards, a transfer sheet. Let's have a look at those on the next slide. Now, here you go. You've got the transfer sheet and then you've got the cards. These cards are going to help you generate match play games. So these are the mission cards. And we saw a bit about this in an article yesterday. I'll be covering that in a bit more detail. I wanted to wait and see what we got today until I did that one. But yeah, you're going to get some of those cards in there as well. But you're not going to get the data sheets. You're not going to get those data cards included in this box set. You're going to have to buy those separately. And here you can see the full range of those data cards for all the different factions, and there's lots going on here. They're going to be available right after the release of this, so you'll be able to get the box set, grab these, start playing the game right away with your armies. And they did say these are going to be available for free online as well, and the rules online for free, but you can buy these card packs separately. I'll be buying some because I love having the cards. It really adds to the game. To accompany the release, there's a new book, Leviathan by Darius Hinks. Great if you like the lore, and of course there's going to be a ton of new artwork. They gave us a little glimpse of 6 pieces, so expect a lot of new artwork as well. But one of the big things they showed us is this Codex roadmap, so we know what to expect for the year ahead. The Leviathan box set is coming out summer 2023. We know it's coming out in June, so that's really good. And then you've got the core book coming out later on in the summer of 2023, and then also separately the Crusade book, chapter approved mission deck and index cards. But for now, when you get the Leviathan box, you get that exclusive core book and all those other things included too. Then in autumn 2023, there'll be a codex for Tyranids and Space Marines. Then in winter 2023, you've got the codex for the Adeptus Mechanicus and the Necrons. And then in spring 2024, we've got Dark Angels, Orcs, Custodes, Tau, and Chaos Space Marines. I'm predicting I'm going to be playing Orcs in the spring. I fancy doing an army, getting it ready in the new year, ready for that codex coming out. I think that'd be really fun. We'll have to wait and see. Let me know what stands out to you though. Who will you be playing in 10th edition? I'd love to hear. There you go, that's the new reveal for the Warhammer 40,000 10th edition Leviathan box set. Hope you enjoyed the video. I think this is really fun. There's so much to break down and make more videos for. I'm going to be real busy over the next few weeks, I think, so tune in for loads more to come for this new edition and this great looking box set. I'm really excited. It's a lot better than I thought it was going to be, and I can't wait to hear what you think about it too. You may have noticed in the top right hand corner there's a ticket looking icon. That's there because on the 20th of August 2023 I'm going to be hosting a tournament for Warhammer 40,000 with the new 10th edition rules in Cornwall, UK. It'd be awesome if you can come and check that out. I'll put more information up on my website really soon, and tickets will be available in May, so look out for that. Coming very soon, you'll hear a bit more about that on the channel. But there's a link down below to my website where you can check out some of the other events I've got. There's one for Age of Sigmar coming up in July on the 2nd. Can't wait for that one. But for now, thanks so much for watching this video. Hope you liked it. If you did, please hit the like button. Subscribe for more videos like this one. And I'll be covering all the reveals this weekend for today, tomorrow and Monday. So lots more to see, and I can't wait to see you in the next few videos. So thanks a lot, and I'll see you here next time. Thank you so much to my Patreon supporters for helping me to keep going with these regular videos. I couldn't do this without you, and I appreciate your support so much. If you'd like to join the Patreon community, support the channel, get some great perks at the same time, there's a link down below in the description. It'll be awesome to see you there.